So, this is something I wasn't expecting to do. What is up, guys? It's your boy Souls here, and yes, I have done it. I have sat down for 7 hours plus straight, building one single level. I've never really built in this type of style before. It's kind of weird for me, honestly. I've never really built a level for speed or just for completing, so this was a new journey for me. So I sat in my chair. I didn't sit for the 7 hours straight because life, but this was the fastest I've ever built a level, especially like an effect level, because it's been a while since I made one. And yeah, essentially this video is going to be showcasing pretty much my entire journey through it. Obviously I cut it down because I'm not putting a 7-hour version of this video on YouTube. Enjoy me suffering through building 7 hours of a level. Probably is going to be more post-editing Souls here, so I hope you enjoy my voice. So soothing. ASMR. Alright, let's get into the video. So the song I actually chose was from one of the recent music creators that were revealed by RobTop, Frums, and as you can see, it's Nor Nor Nor. I'm assuming that's what the name of the song is. So Nor Nor Nor. That's what I got from this. This song actually it's actually a pretty long song, so I kind of want to use it again because of how long it is, because there's so many different parts in this song. Like, if you haven't heard the song, like listen to this. So you got this nice little chill part right here, and then all of a sudden, then you get this, and then all of a sudden you get this. Yeah, that it has so many different parts that I definitely want to use this again. So if I do turn this into like a full level series thing about building levels fast, I'll probably just use Nor 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 in different parts of the song, because it'll be different every single time. So well, yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, let's start off with building the layout. So yeah, I gotta build this as fast as possible, so I don't know how the layout's gonna turn out. Building the layout was interesting, to say the least. I've built layouts very fast before, but to feel the pressure of actually building a layout as fast as possible without worrying about the quality of the gameplay definitely was a challenge for me. There were a lot of times where I had blackout moments where I just didn't know how to make fast gameplay that would last for a whole minute. It's like everything's going 20 miles per hour when you're trying to build a layout. So I was struggling a little bit just to even make a little bit of gameplay. And as you can see, it took me a while. I thought effect levels were supposed to be fast to build. Alright, this is where the camera is gonna actually like zoom out a little bit for the ball, and we can get the camera guide out too, that way it's easier for me to look at what I'm doing. This is some very abstract gameplay, dude. This is so weird, trying to like a whole new style, bro. Kind of want to do like a shock line there. I want to do a shock line. And we'll have the camera guide follow the player's X. So move 13, player, and pretty much infinite until I stop it. We need to make sure these are actually on the ground. I tried getting a little bit creative when it came to making the arrow gameplay here, but it just simply wasn't working out. And I kind of figured, since it was getting pretty close to the end of the layout, there was no need for me to change you onto the wall or anything like that. I didn't want to abuse too many 2.2 effects, so I decided to just delete it entirely. Alright, so it took me 1 hour and 10 minutes to build a full layout. Oh boy, it took longer than expected, but yeah, you know, it's not the highest quality layout, but it's fun. It's fun to a degree. It's fun. Just I wasn't expecting it to take me so long. All right, and now that I have that, now I need to actually start building the level itself. So first things first is I need a background. So we're actually gonna start off with the blank background and probably the gradient ground actually. And of course, we're gonna start the background black, black, black. Let's see. We'll start off with having the camera like start right here. Static to 20. It's gonna follow it immediately, and we'll have the camera also move as well. Okay, that's hold on. How does that look in game? That's actually pretty smooth. I just gotta have to like put this up higher though. I don't know if it says seagull or what. I'm not sure what the name is saying there. We're gonna actually just put some like random symbols. Why not? I mean, Nah. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that, actually. That's smooth. So all of them will be in group 21, but we have the first one in 22, the second one in 23, and the other one in 24. So we're gonna go ahead and toggle. That's cool. That's cool. See, I like that. I like that. Server has been, I don't care if I've been disconnected from Globe. Thank you. From this point, it was really just adding details to the little symbols that I made. So I wanted to go for like a little retro RGB type of intro. It doesn't really have too much to do with the actual level itself. I just thought the logo really dope. This symbol, it doesn't really mean much. I mean, I could make it mean something, but it just has a cool intro. That's all. So yeah, I just made a cool little intro, added some particle effects, a flashing screen, cool little background. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. And as you can see, I really liked how this logo turned out. See, that's all the intro needs. That's all the intro needs. Now we need to make like a super experimental background, and I want to like make this like super huge, like really huge. All right, so we can make this like a subtle red, and then we can copy paste this down, warp this, and give this a black inside, right? We're just gonna go ahead and layer this. Actually, we're gonna put this on B4 -20, so it's like it's going into a void, right? And this is where the particle system is also going to come in too. And we'll make it follow it for like 20 seconds. Let's see. I do want the background to slightly move to the left. There we go. And we'll increase the start radius to like probably like 300, I think. Yo, tell me that doesn't look cool, bro. Tell me that doesn't look cool. Not sure what happened there. That's a smooth transition anyway. I kind of like it. Then it was time for the custom ground and decoration. So for the ground, I made the outline of the ground copy the color of the background. That way the color harmony would come together quite nicely. And then I basically made all the decoration based around this color. And later on, I end up making a color cycle that goes from red to pink to purple. And it kind of cycles through this so you get more of like a nebula feel. Trying to make this into a simple decoration was a lot more difficult than I expected, but I do think the end result definitely turned out a lot better than I expected. I kind of want to do a little bit of an experiment with the gradient trigger. So what I want to do is I want to do like a gradient trigger on these little 3 jumps here, but I'm not sure how well this is going to work out. So there's only one way to find out. There we go. Perfect. So now we can actually make this come down. Ooh, that actually looks kind of cool though. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. What if I do something like this? Okay. We just gotta make sure like it fits on here like correctly. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so now I think I'm gonna stop there for the beginning part because I feel like I'm getting way too detailed, and I'm supposed to build a level as fast as possible. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next part. So this next part, I gotta do something cool with the gears. With the gears, actually, I kinda already have an idea for them now. So I'm just gonna copy paste this one up here. I am going to get the circle block. Yeah, color 14 kind of putting in work, not gonna lie. Man, effect levels are actually really fun to make, dude. Why didn't y'all tell me about this? Alright, I really like how this gear turned out. So we're gonna put this in group 3. Okay, I got an idea. So what I can do for the background for this part is I can take the gears. So I can take this gear, put this on B4, extra no touch. And now that you're no touch, I'll be able to lower the brightness of you so I can actually make you a background. Alright, I have decided, I made an executive decision to delete all these things.
What do I want for the ground spikes? Do I want just like a bunch of gears? Or do I want
ground spikes at all, actually, now I'm thinking about it. That wasn't what I was going for, but I like that a lot more. So now it was time to move on to the robot part. And for this part, I kind of wanted this to be like a city themed part with tall abstract backgrounds. This part actually got inspired by Still Life, if you know the level from the Castle Gauntlet. and the background is really inspired by that type of line art style, and I kind of wanted to mimic that to a degree, so I made my little buildings in the background similar to that style, and just having them in different hues and shades of color, and I really do think it brought the level out a lot more. It brought a little bit of style, a little bit of old school with it, you know what I mean, and I really liked how it turned out. And as far as the block design goes, I used some small lines and I put hexagons on top of it just to give this a nice little cool abstract part. That way you're not just looking at a black ground for the entire time. And of course I did put a little bit of glow here. I colored the saws just to make the level pop out a little bit more. What I really focused on in this level was hue shifting. So if it goes from like blue to like a purple, and kind of like cycling through that, and I really do think that makes the level look a lot cooler. It makes this city part a lot more chill. And one of my favorite additions to this part was the simple star background. As you can see, I have some star objects and I copy pasted them and scaled them down and made the black stars on top make it look like the stars are eclipsed and going on in the background, just to make the background look like the stars are like made out of stencils and they're glowing. It just looks so good. This city part, it just feels so chill. It's like you're running through a night city with no lights, just the moon, the stars, and you running away from taxes. As far as the ball part right afterwards, it's pretty much an extension of what the robot part is. You're still going through the city, but it has a lot more neon lights, a lot more structure that you can go on. I really do like the effect of what I did with the triangle ball part, because obviously I didn't want the triangles to go up and down, otherwise it would look very weird. So I ended up doing this neon glow effect where it kind of like shifts up and down, and I really liked how it looked. Obviously this part is kind of buggy gameplay wise. I ended up fixing that later in post, but the effect looks good. Right? You guys like the effect? I like the effect. I think it's pretty cool. And of course, this moving object part right here where the platforms move towards you, I kept the block design really simple. The glowy blocks, I actually got inspired by Heinz and how he built his style, so I kind of wanted to make like a hue shifting block that was really glowy, and it was constantly shifting through the main colors of this part, and I really do think it made the part a lot better. Later on I did have to end up extending the city because it did make it long enough to the ball part, but hey, it still looked cool, still looked really cool. So after finishing the ball part, I rested, and for the next day I was determined to finish this level. Alright man, I'm kind of interested before building, kind of interested. Jump indicators. Oh, you can enable and disable. Oh, okay, cool. What? Aww. That's GG, I guess. Alright, enough horsing around. Let's actually finish our level. So for the final part, after transitioning out of the city, I wanted to emphasize you going closer and closer to the moon. So I actually sent you to the Runes of the Moon. Or really the Runes of the Temple. I'm still workshopping a name for this. Essentially, this is supposed to be a runic place that was really close to the moons, that was located inside the mountains, and what really inspired this part was me playing a lot of adventure games. As a lot of you might know, I am a huge fan of Elden Ring. I have been addicted to it, and I'm still addicted to it. I made a very interesting purchasing decision, but we're not going to talk about it. I wanted to build some type of temple that was like an homage to going to a moon altar. So the block design, I kept it simple. I used these cool looking pixel blocks that kind of look like runic blocks, and then I tried decorating them with little details here and there, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but I overall did end up coming to one of my better block designs in the level. It might not be too detailed, but it got the job done, and that's what this level is all about, getting that job done. So now we're coming to one of my favorite parts of this, well, part, and that is the stars. Now, I actually wanted the stars to be an obstacle since you are at a moon altar, and I actually made them this somewhat purplish rainbow type of hue, and I had the stars cycle through those colors, and man, I love these as obstacles. They're pretty obvious for what they are. They're, well, obstacles that you have to dodge and avoid, and and it looks pretty cool. It kind of brings all the parts together in a way, like the first color of the star, it brings in the first part of the level, and the second color of the star brings in like the city part. It kind of meshes the two together, and that's what I really like about them. I just really like how these stars turned out. And now it's time for the background. And for the background, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was pretty lazy. I just copied the block design and made it darker. Yeah, that's about it. It's nothing crazy. Hey, you know, not every single part needs a backstory. Last but not least, I wanted to be a little bit reminiscent of the final part of this level. So what I did is I got my inspiration from the very beginning of the level and applied it to the very end, somewhat like a going in a type of circle kind of vibe in a way. Honestly, I was kind of running low on ideas for the ending because, in all honesty, the level was supposed to end at the Runic Temple, but the level was only 57 seconds long, and I kind of wanted it to be a minute long, so that's why there's an extension. But I kind of put some new-ish ideas into this part. I brought back the parallax effect with the spikes that go on the foreground and the background. The official background is a little bit different. It's the pixel lava blocks, but kind of used as like a watery type of background, just to fill in some details. Of course, I added some particle effects, a little bit of details here and there. I added a lot of area and area tint trigger effects here as well. But overall, it's not the best part in the level. Definitely my favorite part in this level is the city part for sure. But this is just like a nice little bow on top of the level. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of the level and this video. So thank you all so much for watching. This was a lot of fun to do. Just building a level for speed, not for creator points or anything like that. Just to build to have fun. Definitely was a lot of fun to do. I might bring this back. This was a lot of fun. But if you guys want me to do this for other parts of this song, please let me know in the comment section down below. I really do see the potential in me just building fast levels and using this entire thing as like a series. So anyways, guys, the level should be out by the time this video is up. So here is the ID on screen. And if you can't play the level, don't worry. Here comes the showcase. Now allow me to present to you Neon Bliss.
You